Hi Sag, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. It looks to me like there's been something going on related to a partnership that's been adding some stress to your life, and you may be at a point where you are finding ways to rebalance, maybe searching to regain a sense of peace that was put on hold because of whatever it was that was going on. Is some sort of close relationship that you have. Can be a sibling, any sort of family member, business partnership, friendship, relationship. But yeah, you and somebody that you're close with. So we're starting off with the Wheel of Fortune, which can be seen as quite an auspicious sign. So we're looking at both the Wheel of Fortune and also the Death card. And I'm seeing you on the bottom of the deck. I'm getting the feeling like I'm hearing big wave, big changes coming, and it looks like you're preparing for this. This looks like a very big tidal wave to me. I'm seeing you even calculating something here. Something about the world or world events. This can be something planetarily speaking. But there's like, it seems like some way, it looks even that you're studying something. I'm seeing like a bunch of different locations. I'm also seeing like a compass or some sort of guide. It even looks like the key. Something about having a key. I just felt it all of a sudden get very cold in here. Whatever this is, yeah, I feel this very big preparation for, I'm hearing for energy, for something that you know is coming. You may also not be talking to other people about this. Like, this may be something that you may not be sharing this with other people or talking so much about it. You may also feel like you're being guided to kind of keep to yourself. There's something about like people coming through and wanting to like talk to you, or even I'm hearing something about navigate. But I'm seeing that you may actually push this away. It's like not wanting to engage in certain conversations, maybe not wanting people to like know what you're up to necessarily. This feels very secretive. Maybe until you sort out what it is that you're feeling. Because I'm kind of seeing it be like the guides are giving you all these different messages, like people are reaching out to you. Like the world is moving around, and I'm seeing you kind of trying to, with this, I'm seeing it even be like all these different places or these different ideas that you're getting, and it's very chaotic, and you have to organize this to even get what your guides are telling you. I'm also seeing like people trying to connect with you, and you may also not know how you feel about that either. And that may be something that you're trying to figure out. Like, I'm seeing certain people reaching out to you, sending you messages. You may also be picking and choosing who you're spending time with as well. I'm seeing a lot of converged energy. I'm also hearing the word congealed. It even feels like congested, like a lot of different energies are being kind of pushed towards the same point. It's like rather than things being spread out, I'm seeing a lot of concentrated energy. Even though you do have people around you that are coming through within the environment, you may feel that the type of people that you want to like collaborate with or work closely with right now, or like even confer with, you may feel like you don't have access to that. It's like maybe you're part of some niche group, something like that. You may have some sort of specialty, and like maybe the people in your life like don't necessarily understand this. The High Priestess. There's something here that's saying if you go against what your intuition is telling you, you are going to be more confused. Like it's going to do the opposite of bringing you clarity. However, if you listen to what the High Priestess is telling you, and it looks even like something may need to be let go of or released. I'm hearing try related to the Three of Pentacles. You know that you have to let go of something, but I'm seeing it be a challenge because it may be something that you feel you need to do, but you may not want to. But I'm seeing you even know better here. But as I said before, if you don't listen to this, it's going to have you feeling more confused. So this is like, what is your higher self telling you? What is your ego telling you? What are like your fears maybe telling you within this situation? Because I'm seeing you be very, very well aware of something that you're not meant to be holding on to anymore. And it may be something... This is a karmic test for you. Okay, so of course it's going to be difficult. It's like, I'm seeing you be really challenged here with this thing. I'm seeing it be related to, like, either somebody that you're working with or people that you're working with. What I'm getting is that whatever setup this was, where you are connected to another person or, like, even other people, I'm seeing that this was karmic. And maybe it's something that even seems like it's over now and you're meant to let go of this. But if you keep holding on to this, it's going to bring an onset of confusion is what I'm hearing. It's a moment where like maybe something has ended with someone or a group of people within your life and you were meant to let go of this because it's not in alignment with you anymore. But if you hold on to this and like even think about reconnecting or bring this back to life, I'm hearing onslaught. It's going to bring more confusion. It's also going to confuse you when it comes to your connection with your intuition as well. It's a moment where I'm hearing you have the algorithm, you have the direction, you have the voice right now, but like if you ignore that, you're gonna get like so sucked into something that you kind of like lose the antenna, even the signal. It's like you're entering into a place where the deeper you go into it, the less clearly you can hear the signal of the High Priestess. But if you move how she's telling you now, you're not going to diffuse the connection. It's just about actually listening to what you know, listening to what you're being told. So I'm seeing the challenge be like for you to listen to your intuition. Okay. This makes sense too. With the devil here, whatever this thing is, it's something energetically that may feel at times like your kryptonite. And because of that, so the devil, right? The devil is anything that keeps us from reaching enlightenment. The devil is the distorted attempt to reach the light through the physical senses. So it's like whatever this thing is within your life that is like hindering you and having you be like, okay, like my ego wants this, or like my traumatized self wants this, or my whatever it is that you are feeling is coming from any space other than a light body space, is what I'm hearing, is going to suck you into this. Because I'm seeing like the devil specifically brings some sort of confusion. This can also mean, because it's like when the devil is involved, the devil doesn't come through and be like, I'm evil, stay away from me. It's something that's seductive. So it's something that you get pulled into. And a lot of the time it's something subconscious as well. This can be somebody was brought into your life. For example, somebody was brought into your life and you were meant to work with this person and collaborate, and it brought change into your life and brought change into their life. And then when the death card came through, you were meant to like split and separate from this person. However, they may be coming back through again, and you have the option to like get on the Ferris wheel with them again to do another cycle. However, you were actually meant to like not renegotiate this with this person anymore. You're meant to be done with this. But because of this, whatever this is that's tripping you up now, you're like, maybe I'm still meant to be helping them or doing work with them in my life. And it's like, no, you're not. So, and like maybe you have a friend group together with this person, or they're somehow tied into like how you socialize even. And that may also make things more complicated. Like maybe it's bigger than just like your connection with that particular individual. They could be like associated with something that also like makes this more complicated as well. But whatever it is, there's a sense of needing to like see outside of like the ego or our desire to like caretake or fawn or like our maladaptive coping skills. Whatever this is, it's about seeing beyond that. Seeing above that, seeing outside of it, and being able to like have the perspective of the higher mind here with whatever this is that we know within our hearts we are meant to let go of. I really get this feeling like you want to keep working on something, but you are not meant to anymore. It's like something you're not meant to be messing with anymore, and something that you're actually meant to like extricate yourself from, like whatever dynamic or like even triangle this is, whatever this is that's going on, because it's related to this. And it's like you're over here like, come on, like let's keep reading this book, like let's keep talking about this. I'm hearing let's keep converging, but it's like the high priestess is telling you to let this go. You're not meant to keep holding on to this, and you know that you're holding on to it. It's like maybe it brings you this like false sense of security or something like that. But yeah, it's about also like checking the intention space of why you're holding on to something when you know that you're not meant to be, like within your heart. You'll know what this is because it brings a sense of cloudiness to you. It does not bring you clarity. It does not bring you peace. It makes things more restricted, strained, confusing, having a hard time like getting a bearing on like what you're feeling and the direction you feel you're being guided in. It's like even feeling controlled by something outside of yourself, feeling like manipulated by the energy. Maybe even a desire to do things that like aren't normal for you too. It's like somehow it feels like ingesting a projected energy, an energy that's being projected onto you, and like making an attempt to assimilate with it, but you're not meant to. Because it even feels like swallowing somebody else's energy that's not actually yours. I'm seeing this person does have strong energetic influence on you. It also looks like there's some type of like trauma or pain that you experienced with this person. I'm also hearing lackluster. The challenge is to heal the heart chakra so you can actually move through this. Because the only reason you'd be stuck on this is because something isn't healed completely. It's like there's still some sort of... I'm hearing wounding. I'm also hearing woundology, which is interesting for this to come up as well. Because woundology is about like staying in a place where we feel stuck, repeatedly talking about like trauma or difficulty that we've been through to the point where it like becomes part of our identity. And so like rather than the notion being to like heal through something, it's like we just stay in that stuck where we've been hurt rather than like continuing to move from it. And like a lot of people stay within that spot. It's like once they've gone through something that they experience as being like traumatic in some sort of way, painful, hurtful, whatever it is. It's like a lot of people have a hard time moving out of that where they no longer like identify with what that was. And the reason that we stay in it is because usually when we go through something, we don't have like the type of support that we need when we go through something really difficult. And so like we try to make sense of it, and we like look so many places for validation that like once we find our voice and speak about it, or once we find that validation, like because we've kind of been starved to find that and it feels so good once we are validated, we like to stay in that spot rather than like continuing through the healing process. So that may be something that's going on here, related to like your connection with this person, and also just feeling, or this situation, also feeling so very thrown off. Like I'm seeing somebody with very, very strong influential energy on you, or like this thing, whatever it is. Because it's about like the energy, it's about the frequency. It's not necessarily like if it's like a person. It can be an event, it can be like a substance, it can be whatever it is. But it's something that like magnetizes the wrong things into your life, things that are not in alignment with your highest good. I'm seeing too, maybe this is also accepting what has happened and being able to move beyond this. Because until we accept that, like, yeah, something really didn't work out, and like I did get hurt in this situation, and like two, when we pride ourselves off of being able to like perceive things, and like being in this space where like we are connected with our spirituality and stuff, sometimes it can also be difficult when we find out that like we had misinterpreted something, or we had missed something, or like in some way we didn't see something coming. Or like, this can't be the end of it. Like, was this really just a lesson where like I got hurt? Like, is there really not something more that's meant to come from this relationship? And that's all like the ego talking. It's like feeling like you didn't get something that you needed from this situation. Meanwhile, you got everything that you needed, everything you were meant to get from this. But in a way, it may feel unresolved. but it would just be a lack of acceptance. This can also be too, I'm hearing not consuming product. It's like not consuming, I'm getting this on like a spiritual, energetic sense. If you are like consuming any type of like media, but I'm seeing it be related to the High Priestess. So maybe this is stuff of like an esoteric nature, stuff with like channelers, readers, mediums, things like that. If you are like associating yourself or ingesting, consuming things that are of like a spiritual nature, but they are distorted in some sort of way, this may also be something that's like prolonging the healing journey for you. It's like really focusing on like maybe something that you perceive to be out of alignment. This can be like, even like if you are a tarot reader reading on like things that you feel you're not meant to be reading on, like tapping into other people's energies in a way that is not in alignment, or like watching readings that do things like that, whatever this is that's going on, like there may be something that, or like people that you're around, something that's being ingested that is making it harder to heal, to clear what's going on in the heart chakra. I even get the sense of like wanting to check up on somebody that like no longer is relevant to your story anymore, but because you keep checking up on them, you may be like making them relevant to your story actually. Yeah, I'm getting like this very creative vibe. It's like whatever it is that you have been doing, where your mind has been going, like what your body has been doing, what you've been researching, what you've been connecting with, I'm seeing like something is going to come from all of this. So it's about being very mindful of how you're using your Mercury energy and the intention space. Because if you've been focusing on things that are very like out of balance and offset, it's like this is what we're going to bring into our lives. But if you've been focusing on a sense of balance and equality and abundance and things like that, that's what's going to come into your life. That's what you are going to choose to focus on, because it's like so many different things come through, but what are we going to allow to stick? I'm seeing that a relationship is going to be coming through for you, Sag. It's just something that's going to take time, because I'm seeing you want something very particular from a partnership. Because I'm seeing like you working on something independently. I'm seeing you doing a lot for yourself here. I'm seeing a very, very powerful energy just when it comes to like things that you have done on your own and what you're capable of. And now when it comes to a partnership that you want to connect with, there's something that your guides are having you wait for. It's like not taking an opportunity that's the wrong opportunity, but rather being patient and waiting for this right thing to come through, like this thing that you want. And not getting tripped up, because there may be things coming through within the environment that would be out of alignment but feel convenient, or they're appealing to you in some sort of way, but it's not the real thing. So this is about seeing through all of that. So it's like, is it worth it to you to wait until the right thing comes through, where you're going to know without a doubt that that is the right thing for you? Or are you going to get caught up and like take something before this other thing comes through for you. It's kind of like your guides are being like, okay, you have to wait like 8 weeks for this thing that is exactly that you want to come through. However, like, we're going to send you other stuff beforehand, and if you end up taking that, then that's what you're going to get, rather than waiting for this other thing that is actually what you want. So it seems to me like something is presenting within the environment that may like trip you up, but in a way you also know that it is not that thing that you have been manifesting that is like on its way to you. I'm hearing The Waiting Game. That's a song. I'm seeing this even helps you make a decision that needed to be made. Like, what I'm getting is that you could be on the verge of making a decision that's actually going to impact you for a few cycles. Like, because it looks, to start with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like there is a very karmic unfolding potentially that's happening here. And intention determines karma, right? So depending on the way that you play this and interact with this, it's going to determine what's going to happen throughout this cycle for you. And if you're ready to like let go of this game that you've been playing with the devil and actually choose to move through and complete healing through the heart chakra, then you're not going to have to continue with this game, with this cycle that you've been playing. So it's about like really releasing something. It's not about messing with it anymore, going back in and working more, trying to learn more, whatever. It's about like actually moving away from this thing. It's like you're not meant to do any more work here within the cycle with like these particular components. You're meant to focus on your heart chakra and move through. And then I'm seeing there be a notion of something that you had worked towards. I'm seeing like a lot coming to fruition for you. I'm seeing like, even though there are a lot of things that you've worked for and a lot that has come through, specifically when it comes to a partnership, you may still be hanging or waiting on that. And I'm seeing a decision that needs to be made. I'm seeing there's going to be like further clarity and information coming through for you connected with like your long-term stability. But you may feel a bit conflicted because of something within the environment that impulsively you feel connected with. This can be like a strong energetic connection to something, but in other ways, like it doesn't have those other components. It's like maybe you connect with someone from like the root and the sacral energy, and like it's something that you feel you want to connect with, but then in the other chakras, how you want to connect, it's like not in existence. So you may actually be taking a break from something that you had been doing before. It feels like breaking out of some sort of old pattern and being like, I'm looking for something completely new, completely different, and I'm not going back to whatever this is. Because I'm seeing there is something coming to fruition for you where it's connected with you and like at least one other person that you are going to be working with to some capacity. And it has the opportunity to bring a lot of change into your life, but in order for this to happen, there is something else that you need to let go of. You have to release something and then you have to wait. So it's not something that happens immediately. I'm seeing this be part of a process for you. But I'm seeing you even be within a lineup, and it's like these like 5 different people are like being put on the lineup for you, and you're sitting back here. And it's like you have to pick which one you think is right, but like all of them are being kind of like offered to you as far as what you're gonna pick. So it's like, which is the right one for you? And there's a notion here of like the High Priestess has got your back. Trust your intuition. Don't be confused by the devil, because the only time that you're going to get confused is if you're making a decision with this sort of logic rather than this sort of logic. And I'm seeing some sort of decision that needs to be made. It may be like whether or not you want to connect with this person from the past. This is what I'm feeling with the Three of Cups. It's like there's somebody that you've already completed a cycle with that you're not necessarily meant to be renegotiating things with, but it's like they're presenting themselves to you in some sort of way. There's the opportunity to like connect or connect with like people that they're connected with, something like that. Or like go somewhere that they're somehow energetically connected with. And that is the karmic test. I'm also seeing somebody come through to tell you something. I'm seeing it definitely, it looks like there's information that you're going to receive. It looks like it's related to something connected with one's emotional experience. It can even be the way that somebody feels hurt about something. Or you even feel impacted by receiving this. Like you emotionally feel impacted. I'm looking at Jupiter, Scorpio, the Moon, Capricorn, Gemini. Follow your intuition, take care of yourself. You focusing on your self-care and just yourself in general, it seems like that's what's going to help you more than anything. It's like rather than caretaking like things around you that are not technically your responsibility, it's about focusing on the things that are, it's about prioritizing your own self-care, prioritizing like even things within your like immediate vicinity. So it's like things within like the space where you reside, can be like animals, children, whatever it is, like the body, stuff like that. I'm seeing this is going to definitely help you. So maybe rather than focusing on like outwardly how you're connected and like giving yourself away or like expending your energy on other people, it's about you taking care of yourself and the things within your immediate environment that you are responsible for. I'm even getting something about the home or like decorating, the changing of seasons. Because, yeah, I'm seeing somebody come through and make an offer to you, but I'm getting that you do not trust this person. But they may present in a way, it's like they're going to come through and like maybe present to you exactly what you want to hear, but it's like you have some sort of either gut feeling or history with this person. For some of you, this person had like even abandoned you in the past. For some reason, I'm getting like you don't trust them, and it's for good reason too. Yeah, it's the notion of like if you're going back and forth on something, like if you're hesitating with something, that's happening for a reason and you're meant to be paying attention to it and ask yourself why that's happening. Because the hesitance is, I'm hearing a safety guard. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.